Welcome back to Channel 64. In the last episode we built a house and a shop, but you might have noticed that the shop looks a bit weird when seen from the outside, a bit underwhelming. Well, that's for a very good reason. I want to build another shop on top of this one. Thing is, I'm not sure yet what shop I'll build, but right now I have a lot of quartz to sell, so I thought I'd make a small pop-up stand and sell it all there. Nothing too spectacular, it's all temporary, but it's apparently already very popular. But you might be wondering, why would I have that much quartz? Well, I spent a lot of time in the nether gathering stuff because I want to build a mini game and offer ancient debris and netherite as rewards. So 1.20 introduced a fun new game mechanic with suspicious sand, but there's one thing missing from archaeology: danger. And since we can make our own suspicious sand on the server, I thought I'd build my own little archaeological site, release a few wild beasts inside, and make people pay me to go in there. So let's start with the site itself. The whole area is separated in 16 sectors, each 8 blocks by 8 blocks, and each with its own theme. I place immersion at the center of most of my games, so those themes are very important to me. All the sectors are connected together, but there are doors that only the player can fit through. That way we can separate the 16 sectors in 5 regions, each with its own small story and its own beast. To make sure no one figures out a way to cheese the game and stay inside for hours and hours and collect everything, I decided to give it a limited time before the door closes and the player is stuck inside forever. For that, I could have put a simple redstone clock, but that would have been boring. So instead, I decided to time everything based on a song. So let's go in first person mode and check out how it works. And here we are inside the belly of the beast. So that's the song. These are all the node blocks we're gonna need for the song, and you might feel like it's a bit small, but we're gonna find a way to somehow stretch all of that to something like 2 minutes, give or take. Basically, how it's gonna work is the song is gonna be layered, so it's gonna be like one simple loop at the beginning, and over that we're gonna add more and more and more stuff to kind of, well, build up the stressfulness of the whole thing. So let's listen to it. The player's gonna have a little button that they're gonna press to start the game and open the doors. I have a little shortcut right here, so when we press it you can hear. That was professional. So that's the first bit, the first loop that we're gonna have. It's just clicking sounds, but I feel like it kind of sounds like a kind of a clock or a well, a ticking time bomb. So it already starts pretty stressful, and then after a few repetitions we're gonna add this. So that's the first track, the first kind of melody. Pretty simple again, but it really does the trick. I like how it sounds. And again, after a few repetitions, we're gonna have so that's gonna be kind of the main part of the song. This bit's gonna get repeated a lot. And by the way, if you've heard that before, please tell me. I kind of threw this together, but it really feels familiar. It might just be because I've heard it a lot. But yeah, it feels strangely familiar, so I just hope I didn't like plagiarize anyone with that. So yeah, if it's something that already exists, please write it down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But after a few repetitions of that riff, we get, again, some more clicks. But you might hear, hopefully the sound comes out right, but they're both offset, so kind of the clicking sound now goes a lot faster. Well, twice as fast. So it kind of indicates, yeah, it's even more stressful now because it's getting closer to the end and the doors are gonna close pretty soon. and you're gonna be stuck with some monsters that want to eat you. And eventually, we're gonna get this. Which contrasts absolutely with the rest of the song. And that's kind of the goal, that's the alarm. It's just, now you gotta run. That's just what that means. We don't care about the song anymore. Time to leave. And again, eventually, after a few repetitions, it's gonna stop everything and close the doors. And the game is over if you're stuck inside. Well, sorry, you can't leave. So I'm very happy with how this whole thing came out. I won't go into too much detail about the redstone. There's one thing I can say though, is that these levers here, that's not what's actually gonna make the song progress. There's gonna be a system that's gonna automate this whole thing. Well, that's already there. But yeah, I won't really explain all of that here now, because that's really not the goal of this episode. But if there is a high enough demand, I will make a video on that. So yeah, write it down in the comments below if you want me to explain in more details how all of that works. So now that we have a song for the game, all that's left, all that we need is a bunch of bloodthirsty creatures to scare people and, well, potentially eat them. So let's go in the nether and get some of those. Those beasts I've been alluding to are going to be Zoglins. I had to get at least 5, so I enlisted Stow, a member of our support cast, to help me capture them. I decided to use Zoglins because they have a wider hitbox than the player, allowing us to control what door they can and cannot go through. This would have worked with Ravagers as well, but they would have been a lot more complicated to capture, and I would have needed to adjust all the doors to their size. Capturing the Zoglins was a bit hard at first, but eventually we got a method figured out, and it went quite well. I mean, we still got killed plenty of times, but we ended up capturing what we needed for the game with one more to spare. After that, we had to test out the game, so Stow jumped in the hopes of getting some nice loot. Let's check out how it went. So once again, a big thank you to Stow, and we can finally call this game open. Now that we have a fully functional minigame, I thought I'd come over here to show you what the other server members have been busy with in the last few weeks. This here is our Halloween area, and sadly I did not have time to build anything on here, so I thought at least I would give you a little tour of what my server mates have been building. They have built some amazing stuff, so seriously you should go and subscribe to everyone. They are so talented. But yeah, let's just have a little walk around the place and then we'll head back home because there's a few little things I still have to take care of. So while we're here on the island, I'm gonna visit Liv's house because I'm not sure exactly what happened, but she's been having problems with other server members, and well, she's been writing a list of who's good and who's bad and all of that. And oh, hello, cat. You're adorable. Yes, you are. So yeah, on her list, well, I've heard that some people have been bad-mouthing me, and that it's not gonna work. No, that's bad. That cannot be happening. So I'm gonna remove my name from this one. I'm gonna replace it with someone else's name just so it doesn't look too suspicious. So... Harrington? And I'm gonna add my name to one of the already existing lists. That way maybe she just forgets that she didn't write it there. She just sees it there and it's gonna make sense to her. So the good list, there's no more room, sadly. I'm not gonna put my name on the questionable list. The super awesome trustworthy, no more room either. That would have been a good one to put my name, but... Well, it just leaves us with the Martin Smartin category, which, you know, I'm okay with. I'm okay with that list, that's great. Yeah, perfect. Let's go home. Wait, what? What? Who put that there? What's that? List of infractions, unlicensed business? That makes no sense. No one said I had to license my business anywhere. Find 4 diamond blocks. Really? I didn't make 4 diamond blocks, you... Ugh. To appeal or pay fine, visit the HOA. What's HOA? Is it like extremely annoying organization or something? Love Archie. Archie. That's a big problem. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. List of infraction, health and safety? How is that not healthy? I'm living inside a plant. I get all the oxygen I need. Find 2 diamond blocks, of course, to visit or pay fine. Visit the HOA. Love HOA. There's no love in that. Don't pretend there's any form of love in that. That is unacceptable. Luckily, there's another way into my house, so I don't even need that front door. But what I really need is an army. Or a weapon. We just need to fight this. This cannot stand. But I think I got just the right thing.